Hey guys, I'm back again. Hey, William V. Thompson, co-owner of Cash Flow U for Churches. By now, you should know that our organization is all about doing three things for churches of any size. We want to help you grow your membership. We want to help you grow your money. We want to help you grow your ministry outreach. I've been a part of a successful church for over 40 years. And when I joined 40 years ago, we had about 20 members. But now, by the grace of God, we have about 1,200 active members, and we have launched about 30 different churches. Again, all within those 40 years or so. Because I'm a board member of the church, as well as the chief financial officer and one of the elders, I got a chance to see the inside out, how we actually did that. And I want to say to you on today's video, I want to talk about why you need a team. That's right, why you need a team. Now, if anything I share today, if it resonates with you, if it's something that makes you come alive, subscribe, like, and share, and always check out the links below because there's always a lot of quality information there that will help us help your church. Again, it's what we do. Cash Flow U for Churches, that's what we do, and we've had great success. So let's talk about why you need a team. See, we often say we want to be like Jesus. We sing the song. I've sung it too. But one thing that Jesus did when he got into public ministry is he began to build a team. And I find many times at our churches, it's a one man or a one family operation. Guys, even in the world we live in, when people see the pastor, and again, I am pro-pastor, I am here to protect pastors really from yourself and from other outside forces too. But when people today see that everything is the pastor said, the pastor did, the pastor did, and again, I'm pro-pastor because God is pro-pastor, but you need to have a team. And let me give you a couple of different teams that you need to have if you're going to grow, okay? Team number one is you need a board. You need a board of elders, board of trustees, board of directors. At our church, we call them the board of trustees. Now, you need this board who loves you enough that they will disagree with you respectfully. Or another way of saying it is they're willing to have the hard conversations with you to avoid the hard situations. Next to your wife, or your husband, if you're a female pastor, who loves you enough that will tell you about yourself. When you're about to do something that doesn't make sense, when you're moving too fast or too slow, when you're doing something that they know is not going to work, who is bold enough, who loves you enough to say, Pastor, it's not going to work. Pastor, let's step back and rethink this. Pastor, let's call in William V. Thompson and Cash Flow U for Churches to help us do that. If your board cannot do that, guys, it's the wrong board. There are times I'm part of the board. We have closed meetings. And there are times things that we share in the meetings, we don't fuss and curse and swear at one another because we're saved and love Jesus. But we have candid conversations. At times our voices raise. Sometimes attitudes happen, but yet and still we're learning to have candid conversations. So you need a board that will be honest with you, that will bring ideas to the table to help the ministry grow, who will tell you when you're wrong. Of course, if there's a God said, that's totally different. I'm going to ask some questions, but if God said, I'm going to respect it, may not understand it. But the point is, you need a board also who can help implement a strategic plan. Pastor, Jesus had a plan, but Jesus, God, because he was God in the flesh, he had a plan called the redemption of mankind. But if you're going to grow a successful ministry, you need to have a strategic plan that will grow your church. Your board does that. And that's what we do at Cash Flow U for Churches. We help you develop a strategic plan. Another thing you need your board to do is hold you accountable. That's right. Come on. I find that most pastors are not accountable. Pastors, if you want to do X, Y, and Z, who holds you accountable? No. We're not trying to say control you, but accountability. Our pastor is accountable to the board. No, do we run the church? No, we run it together. He's the head, of course, Jesus Christ being the lead shepherd. But the point is somebody that if your lifestyle is out of order, or if by chance you are constantly late to meetings or service, who holds you accountable to make sure that your marriage is in order? That's why you need a board. The second team that you need is you need a team of elders. Look at Exodus 18. Moses was overwhelmed, and Jethro said to him, hey boy, you're going to wear yourself out. I know you're passionate about ministry, but you need to get a group of people. You need elders that will help you build ministry. You cannot build ministry by yourself. Again, what did Jesus do? He got his disciples, he trained them, he poured into them. Peter, James, and John was in an inner circle, but because he knew he would not always be there, because he knew that the task was bigger than just his lifetime, because he knew that the masses had to be reached, he had a team. And you need a team that will help you care for the people. I have one of my clients that's exploding. I love it. They have trained their elders, trained their deacons, and they made sure they loved God and they got training. And they have broken their 2,000 plus membership up. And about every elder and deacon oversees about 100 people. Now that's a big ask. That's a big ask. But about 100 people. But it's better than a pastor trying to oversee 2,000 people. When they make sure that prayer is done, that they're attending church, if they have any questions or problems, they go first to the elder. So whether your church is 50 people or 5,000, if you're going to grow ministry, you need a team that has your heart according to Numbers 11. We will help you grow those teams. Another team that you need is a staff. Now, I recognize that your budget may be tight, but remember I told you what we do at Cashflow You for Churches is we will help you grow your money. You need to have staff on, maybe part-time staff, administration staff. You need staff that can help you develop systems. Who's going to put the follow-up system in place? Who's going to help create the discipleship system? Who's going to develop the giving system, the marketing system? All of these are systems, Pastor, that you should not be doing them. The idea may birth out of you, but you should not be doing those. You need also a staff that would not only set up systems, but will take the ideas and the dreams and will put them into a written format or plan. Those are the basic things that you need. You need a staff that will hear your ideas and will say, Pastor, here's something else, because they're in the trenches with you. It is critical that you have staff. And Pastor, our goal is first of all to get you full time. Then second of all, maybe bring in marketing people, bring in youth directors, bring in other people that will help you grow the ministry. And let me give you two more teams that you need. You need a team of volunteers/members. Volunteer. See, because if you have a very small staff, volunteers and members engaged. See, volunteers are going to make you look bigger than you are. Let's say you have 100 members. But if you have 15 people that are volunteering on a Sunday or Bible study, they're the ones greeting people. They're the ones sitting people down. They're the ones making sure that people are engaged. You need volunteers to be able to reach out to the masses. It's even your volunteers and your members that are bringing ideas to the party or to the church to help you grow. You need volunteers even to keep your costs down. Again, another client of mine, multi-million-dollar ministry. And of course, we deal with small ministries all the time, so no matter what your size may be, we want to help you. But this church has hundreds of volunteers. Their payroll is only about 20% of what they bring in. So if they bring in $5 million a year, their payroll's only $1 million. That's about half of the national average. Why is it so low? Is because they have volunteers that have stepped in. And in order for volunteers to want to get involved, you're going to have to be organized, have structure, and give them clear information and directions as to what you want them to do. Somebody once declared that disorganization, guys, is the death of any dream. And if you are sloppy and you're messy, you're not going to get people to volunteer. And let's flip over to your members. Do you not know your members should be on your team? They should so believe in the vision that they're out there inviting. And again, in the text below, in the link below, there's going to be a link. We're going to do a video on about 5 to 10 ways your members will help you grow your church. But they're going to be your best marketing team. And the final team that you need, and boy, write this down. This is why you need to connect with us. A cash flow ministry. No, hear what I said. You heard me say a budget team. You heard me say a financial team, a cash flow ministry. And I'm going to do a video, check below for that video. But a video whereby all the cash flow ministry does is they think of innovative, legal, Bible-based ways to enhance your cash flow. They don't count money. They don't reconcile bank accounts. They don't deposit it. They're trying to tap the mind of God and how to get money to come into the church. So again, guys, here we go. If you're going to grow ministry, I can guarantee you one of the major problems is this. You don't have the right team. I asked you in a prior video, is your current team strong enough, trained enough, qualified to fulfill the vision? That's a tough question, pastors, board members, but chances are it's not. Again, if you need any assistance in growing your membership, your money, and your ministry outreach, that's what we do at Cash Flow You for Churches. Again, anything I've said resonates, simply subscribe, like, and share. And we love to have comments so we can connect. And I say to you, God bless you. And let's make a difference in the world today for the glory of God.